Invocation to Mahasaraswati. I'll make a small prayer. Hari Om. Vedayai Vedarupayai Vedantayai Namo Namaha Gunadosha Vivirjanyai Gunadiptai Namo Namaha Sura Sevita Pada Pankaja Kare Virajat Kamaniya Pustika Virincha Patni Kamala Sanasthita Saraswati Nrityatu Vachi Me Sada. Next slide, please. So this, my talk will try to cover these 5 or 6 points. First one is symbolism in the Veda. That has been dealt by everybody. I will not go too deep in that. Next is Vedic Saraswati, the river and the mother. Saraswati of Purana, Saraswati of Veda. Is there a difference? Next would be the 3 approaches. This is from Sri Aurobindo's book, The Mother, where he has beautifully described about the powers of the mother and also how we can approach. And the next is, now I am like the powers, 4 powers of the mother. I am a mechanical engineer. When you have power source, how do you use the power source? Practical application thought comes in. We cannot use that mechanical engineering science for what is the Vedic knowledge. So what should we do after knowing? Can we control the powers? Or is there something else? And then the way forward. Next slide, please. So symbolism of the Veda, the central conception. Sri Aurobindo has also beautifully said, and so many of the great Vedic scholars today spoke about how it is about this conquest of truth. Not like how Western scholars said, fight between white-skinned and dark-skinned people. It is light and darkness that has been wrongly interpreted, creating Aryan dividend myth and all of those unnecessary things. But if you look at it deeply, you can identify. It is also what? The conquest of immortality. This is very difficult to understand, like so many Adhyatmic things are difficult. Like we have Ramalinga Swamigal who dematerialized. He from the south, he has attained what we call the light body. His marg is a Satyasan marg. Sri Aurobindo is about supramental transformation, material transformation. Savitri says, matter shall reveal the spirit's face. Can we see matter in spirit's face? In matter also we are not seeing spirit in people. What's the use? So when will we understand? But this concept is very deep in Veda. It has been clearly mentioned. Western misconceptions, I think some of the professors told, let us move ahead. So I will also move ahead. I will not talk much about it. We all know West has done some wrong. They have done some good. We'll use what is good and probably move ahead. The motive of concealment means all of these devas. Indra means the illumined mind. Sarama Devi, she is the hound of the heavens, but she is also in the darkest caves. We talked about Vidya and Avidya, the light and darkness. Sarama Devi is that hound who is going into the subconscious cave, in the dark caves. Just imagine like the jaws, powerful jaws, summoning light, pulling light and manifesting in the darkest. Or if you see like Upanishads, Hiranmayena Patrena Satyasyapi Hitam Mukham. This symbolism of concealment of truth is always there. We cannot say it is just on the surface. We have to see what is concealed also. And this is very common in all Sanatan scriptures. That is why Bhagavad Gita, Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. Why is it Guhya? It is an open secret. But open secret nobody sees, no? It is on the outside, nobody wants. So it is there in the Veda. That is why we need Sri Aurobindo's secret of Ved. We need a direction to move ahead. Next slide, please. So, yeah, now just Mother Saraswati is so special in the Rig Veda. Sri Aurobindo himself has said, among all the devas, special in the sense all are special, but Mother Saraswati's symbolism could not be concealed even in Rig Veda. What is the role of Mother Saraswati in Rig Veda is also the same role. We see that in the Upanishads also. We also, everywhere we invoke Mother Saraswati because she is the goddess of learning. And if you see these 2 symbols, on the left you can see what is the Pegasus with the beautiful wings furled, and there is a river. Another side, there is the river of Mother Saraswati, of the Vedic description. If we have a Saraswati Sukta, I will not deal it in, because I have a lot of less time. So it is there in the paper, we can study that. But in that Sukta, we are beautifully seeing how the river's flow is there, and Sri Aurobindo has used philological roots to identify the symbolism between even the Pegasus. If you see, Greeks worship the Pegasus as by poets he is worshipped because this is the gift of the gods which descended onto the mortal earth. The hoof of this Ashwa, the Pegasus, touched the foot of the rock. What we call the Helicon mountain, and then a river, which is I think Hippocrene, that river originated. So this river is not just a physical river, it is the river of inspiration. And that inspiration must also flow through all of us, and that is Saraswati. Next slide, please. If you see, there are 2 shlokas, which I am not able to very see clearly, but if you look at the meaning of it, it is about how Vasishtha Rishi opened the doors If somebody wants to take literally meaning, which they might even ask for building plan approval, which door is opened. This is not what we are talking about. These are internal doors, like Tamo Dwara. No, it's okay. I can continue. That's fine. This is just one slide. I'll have to leave. It is always there. It is there in the book also of the conference proceedings. You can look at it in detail. If you see the two shlokas, very clearly talk about how Saraswati, Saraswati, she flows, she is the inspiration. You remove this inspiration of Mother Saraswati, will not be able to move ahead. And Vedic Rishis have also identified that only. It is not that they are suddenly thinking Saraswati is powerful like a metallic fort, she is to give me ashray. They are not going swimming if they are asking ashray, they are actually asking for grace. Please go to the next. The three approaches of Sri Aurobindo. In the book, the Mother Sri Aurobindo has described how we can approach the Divine Mother. If you see, there are three. Number one is the transcendent, original, supreme Shakti. Approaches in the sense, the ways. Nowhere is Sri Aurobindo saying my way is only correct or this way is only correct, so it is up to us to choose the way. One is looking at Mataji as the transcendent and the divine Shakti. The second is the universal. And third is the individual. So which is connecting with you, you can choose, but these are the general approaches which can be had. Next slide, please. 4 powers. These are the 4 powers that Mahasaraswati, the Mother, Divine Mother, she is manifesting as 4 powers. As Sri Aurobindo has beautifully described that. I was very blessed to be able to, because of this conference, to study about these 4 powers. I am very happy that I think I got a chance to study. Renukaji gave me this topic, I'm so happy. It was something, what Sri Aurobindo has described is how are these powers, because even after that in the Upanishad, when we talk about, we say Hiranymayana Patrena, then who is going to give the Satya Dharma? We are asking for the Satya Dharma from the divine only, from Pushan only we are asking, and after seeing Yatte Kalyayatamam Tatte Pashyami, after I can see, then I can say Soham Asmi. If I don't say divine everywhere, why without Vibhuti Darshana there is not going to be any Vishwarupa Darshana. So first thing about this is recognizing the powers. Look at the powers, they are Maheshwari, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi and Mahasaraswati. If you want 4 words, Maheshwari is vast, the wisdom, it is like that. Mahakali, we don't need to be told much about. I try to run away from her force. It is powerful, it's punishing, not sparing, little bit imperfection also she doesn't forgive. She is very sharp. Mahalakshmi, there's Vilasini, you can say she is the one who's spreading harmony. Means everywhere disharmony is there. We go anywhere, in our homes there is disharmony. In the dialogue, you meet a stranger, you might see harmony or disharmony. What is it? These are forces at play. Gita talks about Prakriti and Prakriti working through gunas. The gunas are the same. These are the forces of the Mataji's forces at play. We have to become conscious. And then there is Mahasaraswati. She is considered, Sri Aurobindo says she is the youngest of the 4. She is closest to human beings. And she is working. She also has a lot of patience. She has to work with a lot of imperfection of Manavi Swabhava. So next slide, please. I have just made some photos which are using some tools to develop, just to get a perspective. If you see, this is Maheshwari's, just a artistic rendition. I would not say anything. Nobody should feel offended. I'm not trying to disturb anybody's view. So, Ma Amba Lalita Devi, Brahmananda Sagari, she is like that. Namastasya, Namastasya, Namo Namah. Means how? Like if you see in Aditya Hridaya, we say, Rashmimantam, Samudyantam, Devasura Namaskrutam, Pujayami Vivasvantam, Bhaskaram Bhuvaneshwaram. It is like that. So vast. She is opening the doors to what they call the supramental firmaments. We don't understand it only. It is so vast. We may go to the next one due to shortage of time. Mahakali, Brahm, Bhrim, Bhrum, Bhairavi, Badhe. She is powerful. Kram, Krim, Krum, Kalika Devi, but also Sham, Shim, Shumme, Shubham Kuru. Meaning she is also loving. Who can feel the love of Ma Kali is somebody who has no amount of insincerity in the heart. Insincerity in the heart is there. She will take her weapon, she will cut, she will slay, she will break. That is her Raudra Roop, which is also important for transformation. Next, please. Mahalakshmi, harmony. She is enjoying in beauty and everybody is attracted to her. Yoga Jay Yoga Sambhut. There's a typing mistake there. Yoga Jay Yoga Sambhute Mahalakshmim Namostute. She is the one who makes yoga possible. And I have written 50 lines, 40 lines, 36 lines like poems. They are available on this, inspired by Sri Aurobindo's words. Nothing is original, just inspiration of Sri Aurobindo's words. So Mahalakshmi's role is there. Next, please, Mahasaraswati. This is the one goddess we want to first connect to immediately, because she is working. She is working in what? She's working in technology also. She's working in along us also. She's working in our dialogues also. She's working in our thoughts also. She is working at every single point, and she has infinite patience. Mahakali has zero patience. Maheshwari we don't understand only. Mahalakshmi is so beautiful and harmonious, we get attracted to it, but we don't feel like doing the work only. But Mahasaraswati, she works with our imperfection, whatever level of consciousness we are having in. It is like a very painful surgery, and she is bearing the pain actually of us, of humans. She wants us to rise, she wants to take us to that supramental realm, but we are still having the bandhana to our lower consciousness. That is Mahasaraswati everywhere. This Rushti is her domain, and she is our participant and our companion. The next slide, please. Now, next comes the question: what to do after I got the power? Mechanical engineer, no. Make a device, take maximum mechanical advantage. No, that's not right. Anybody tries to use the power of Mahakali inside of them, balloon can hold how much air, how much capacity balloon can hold, otherwise spot. Balloon is going to burst. Like that, you're not going to use the powers to control. Instead, we have to understand and surrender so the powers can flow through us and work. Because whichever marga we go, whichever marga we choose, but if we try to control, it is not something like we can't control the force. Instead, allow them to function, and that is something in the Gita also. First is making the Adhar Paka Idam Shariram Kaunteya. The second aspect is also about how in this Kshetra we are going to become Nimitta Matra. So surrender will not, without that it's not possible. Just in short, there is a workshop which is going to go on for a month, organized by our Midam Foundation. It is called the Approachable Divine Mother. Anybody wishes, you can join. It will be online on 3 days a week. So that is one thing. Please, next one. I would just like to go to this Bhainabai Chaudhary's quote. Unfortunately, I am not able to see it. I'll try to. Sir, is this mic audible? I can just read it out. Yes. So here, one quote is: all can be done when the God touch is there of Sri Aurobindo. Means Sri Aurobindo has talked about how we have to surrender. Divine will do everything. But now this photo I have particularly chosen is a great poetess who was an illiterate poetess of Maharashtra, Bhainabai Chaudhary, illiterate poetess who did not write, but posthumously her book got published, her son published it, and now Yashwantrao Chauhan University is doing a PhD on her works. What does she say? Mazi Maya Saraswati, Male Shikavite Boli, Leka Bahinacha Mani, Iti Gupita Perali. My mother Saraswati teaches me to speak the language. In her daughter Bahina's mind, so many secrets she has inscribed. It's without knowing the language, being blessed by the mother, it is easy. I will conclude. It's time up. So I'll conclude with a small 4-line poem of students of Sri Aurobindo Ashram School. I'm not able to exactly, if sir knows, you can also share. I'll just from memory. A small school child had written, there is a sweet mother deep in my heart, always together, never shall be part. Namaskaram.
आपने हमारे समक्ष सार्वभौमिक विचार प्रस्तुत किए। मैं इस सत्र की अंतिम वक्त्री